taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance.
Good evening, and welcome to another phenomenal evening with Uncensored Conversation with Elevated Not Tolerated. And my phenomenal guest tonight is the one and only, one of the coolest chicks I've ever had the pleasure of meeting in my life, is this beautiful queen right here too, Tiesha Powell. And y'all, I had to apologize because I'm always giving people's handles out there. It's and because that's what we're so geared to do. But she know how I do. We're gonna get her in here so everybody can know who she is. We know the airways is acting a little funny, so y'all just keep, if we lose you, y'all just come on back and watch some more, because we're gonna get this interview started. She is such a phenomenal young lady, and she has done so many things. She's an author, she's a mother, she's now a grandmother.
Yes.
She is such an amazing girl. I said, when you came into the grandmother clan, I said, well, look at her trying to hang in here with us. And that baby is absolutely amazingly handsome, I tell you.
Thank you.
I can imagine that he's a bit spoiled too.
Yes. I'm guilty.
Tiesha, it is so good to see you. Hey,
Yes, I am so glad to be here. Thank you so much for this opportunity to share this space with you. You have been doing a phenomenal job. You have been consistent no matter what. And I'm just excited and I'm happy to see how you have gone from level to level to level. And you haven't let none of the stumbling blocks stop you. So congratulations on your success.
Girl, look, Tiesha, you ain't supposed to be making me cry on the first show, man. I think one of the things I learned from you and some other phenomenal women that you and I know. I'm going to say this publicly. Shout out to Archie, because I met some phenomenal women through that program, and you were one of those phenomenal women. And over the years, you have continuously given me some love. You've always been a supporter from behind the scenes, and that's the thing that I think that I definitely want to kind of touch on tonight, is that people don't realize that the people behind the scenes that really still push you, make a difference. We may not, you and I may be on the phone, and we haven't in a while, but I can always look up and I can see a check mark, or I can see something, and then we'll send some messages here and there. But the love and that true, uncensored, unconditional love that we have, it is so rare in this season. Yes. But I just want to say thank you, because there's some things that, of course, I have shared with you, but there's a whole lot of things I haven't shared. But there's been a journey behind this, and of course, probably when I first started doing some things, that it's been It is has been some things that have transpired over the years. But girl, I'm telling you, I am super. You talking about me? I am super excited about you. I mean, I know we've been talking about your programs hit hit and miss and everything, but I'm excited. For my opportunity to sit down and have a conversation with you about some things too. But Ty, I tell you, I want guys, I want y'all to I want all right, Kate Clark, she's out there, she's teasing us, Tiesha. I'm gonna try to hold it together, Kay. I'm gonna try to hold it together tonight. But I want people, I often read people's bios, right? And I've been on several podcasts, and shout out to all my podcasters, sisters and brothers. Everybody has their own style. Everybody has their own way of introducing their guests. But for me, I just love for my guests to introduce themselves so people can know who you are. So tell the people who you are, girl.
All right. So let's see. I'm a little girl that was born and raised in Charlotte, North Carolina. And from there, I went to North Carolina Central University here in Durham. And I graduated from there with 2 Bachelor of Science degrees, one in chemistry and one in biology.
Wow.
I am a single mom, divorced mom of 3 beautiful children. And like she stated, I am a new grandmother. He's only 1. He'll be 2 this coming up September. So if I have to say anything, I am a proud grandmother. That is one title that I hold to heart. It is something about those little rascals that can just pull at your heartstring. So it's just a different level of love. It's just so different. So I'm glad to be in the grandma space.
Well, I tell you, a lot of people say that, Tiesha, but they say, we spoil these babies, but guys, I'm telling you, if you don't have a grandbaby yet, let me just tell you, it is a different kind of. We love our children, thank God for them, but it is something about that baby with that grandbaby love. Boy, I tell you.
Yes.
Oh, I got 3 of them, boy, and I'm telling you, it's something.
I know it. It is. It really is something. It really is something. But continuing about me, and my 9-to-5 job, my career, I do clinical research. I do currently what I'm working on are oncology studies. They're always looking for a cure, and so I work with a biotech firm where we are studying small cell lung cancer treatment for that. So that's what I do from my 9-to-5, and then I am the owner. I shared this space for non-pro management with one of my close friends, Anissa Barbie, who has already gone on to and she passed a couple of years ago, and she and I started this business together. And just this year, I shut down for a while after her death. You never know how important someone is in your life until you lose them. And for me, that was a very big loss, because Anissa was one of those ones. She pushed you no matter what. She was always in my corner. She was always there to support. I could call her for anything. And when she passed away, I haven't done much with Know Your Self-Worth. Know Your Self-Worth kept running. It did keep running, but I wasn't in the community like I normally would be. But with non-pro management, I hadn't reached out to any clients. And then one day, a person reached out to me to help them start their business and talk about their nonprofit. So now I have jump started back our business, Non-Pro Management, which is now I'm solely owner of it. And with that business, we help if you are a new entrepreneur and you don't have your LLC, or if you don't have your articles of incorporation, I help you complete those. I help you actually, if you have not thought of a name of your business, we sit to the table and I can help you brainstorm and come up with a name for your business as well. I offer several services, and I see up that's already listed the website where you can go if you need help with that, or if you're ready to start your nonprofit, I can help you start your 501c3 as well.
Well, you already know. I just, and I remember when Anissa passed, and I saw, different things about you, and I knew it was a hard place for you. And our hearts and prayers continue with you, because it's still, it's some things are still fresh. I don't care
Mm-hmm.
how long it is. My sister's been
Yeah.
gone 16 years, and well, 17, almost 17 years now. And it's like it was like it's yesterday, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, and like you said, when people have a true impact into your life, doesn't matter, the time frame. Everybody seems to think that you can get over it as sitting at a certain I love it. So yeah, people think you can get over it at a certain period of time in your life, but sometimes that that loss transitions into something greater. Sometimes that
Mm-hmm.
loss transition into, like you said, shutting down, taking a reset,
Yes.
recalibrate. And
Yes.
sometimes we don't even realize that's what it is, Ty. It's just like
Right.
you go through the process, you go through the emotions, and all of a sudden, like you say, one day
Mm-hmm.
it just hits you, hey, look, you know,
Yeah.
it's time to get back into the jump. And
Right.
that's one thing that she would have wanted you to do anyway, because you
Mm-hmm.
guys started this business, and it was a reason why you guys started this business.
Yes. It's
You
yes.
know, definitely to help other people, and
Mm-hmm.
the heart is. And this is the thing. I'm gonna put this disclaimer out there. I
Mm-hmm.
try to put this out there every time. So for those of you that are going that are watching now or will watch later on, Taisha's going to talk about her businesses. She's going to give you information. We've got her website up. We're going to keep the website up all through the show so that you'll be able to reach out to her. But keep in mind, she is not going to be quoting any prices or any of that information here tonight. We want you to, if this is something that, and Taisha's, I'm getting cold chills up my arm, so I know somebody's going to get this. If you have a desire to know somebody who's going to help somebody do the thing, do the real thing. I'm not talking about the fake thing. Do the
Mm-hmm.
real thing. And the thing is, people will come out of the woodworks, just to tap in for a brief second, or whatever the case may be. But Tiesha, I have found you to be a person that is stood fast, unmovable in what you do. If you say, I'm going to call you back, you're going to call me back. You're going to text me, you're going to, whatever you do. So people, when I tell you that I bring people on the show, I bring people to Uncensored Conversation that I trust. I don't trust everybody, Tiesha. You know me. I don't trust everybody. I don't trust everybody's intention, because if you're
Mm-hmm.
not intention to do the right thing, then
That's right.
me having you on the show is going to be a discredit, right? So
Mm-hmm.
guys, if you're looking for someone that is going to help you in this process of developing your 501(c)(3) and everything that she's going to talk about tonight, and the nuggets that she's going to share, don't ask for prices on the show. She's not going to give it to you. I'm not going to allow her to. Hello, I will block you. Ty, I will block them nicely, but I want people to reach out to you. You girl, you know me, I'm be nice about it. I can do the block thing really nice. I've learned, Ty, how to do some things technically that I didn't know I knew how to do. So I can block people if I don't want, because I want you to get the information, and I want you to reach out to her. Don't waste
Mm-hmm.
her time and my time by just asking, stuff just to see if we're going to give you prices, because we're not. We're just not going to do that. And so, Tiesha, we're going to get right into it. And her program will Know Your Worth. It was really funny, Tiesha. Somebody said to me, are you copying her? And I said, y'all just do not know. Me and Tiesha been talking about Know Your Worth, self-worth forever and a
Yes.
day. We're
Yes.
actually,
Nobody's copying nobody.
girl, because
Nobody is copying nobody. That's
we
what
know
masterminds come together and collaborate, connect, and get and help one another out. It's nobody copying nobody. It's
that's what
not
we do.
about that. It's about coming together, collaborating. I learn from you, you learn from me, and let's get this thing done.
That's it. We're trying to help people know
Yes.
their worth. And there's
Yes.
people out there that Tiesha's going to touch. There's people that I'm going to touch. And then the great thing is, when we come together, we're going to touch a whole nother group of people.
Yes.
Because, like you said, the collaboration. And I'm glad you mentioned that, Tiesha, because the Collaboration versus Conspiracy Conference is in the process. I would love for you to be one of the panelists this time, because, yeah, girl. See, I got all kinds of surprises for you tonight. You just didn't know.
Really?
Yes, I want, Tiesha, don't you do that.
Okay, I won't. I'm gonna
don't
try not to.
Don't do it, girl. Don't do it. But I want you to be a part of the panel. I want real people on the panel that's going to talk real. Because you and I have both experienced it on different levels. We collaborate with people. We thought things were good. And then you found out it was something else altogether. And it causes, some hurts and some pains.
Some hurt.
But when you know your worth, hello, y'all, when y'all know y'all's worth.
That's right.
How Tiesha is going to help us. I can help you, but Tiesha's she's going to help you know your worth too.
Yes.
And that's what we're going to. So you are go ahead and just mark. Well, I'll tell you later about the dates, Tiesha, because some things.
Okay.
But Tiesha Power will be one of the phenomenal panelists for the Collaboration versus Conspiracy Conference 2023. Is happening in the 23, y'all. Get ready. You do not want to miss it. It's going to be 5 phenomenal women and 5 phenomenal men. So get ready for that.
Wow, 5 and 5. Okay.
Yeah, girl.
Awesome.
I can bring your brothers over with us to help us out a little bit. Last time it was amazing, Tiesha. We had a marvelous time. So guys, Tiesha, I want to get into this conversation.
Okay.
Tell us from your standpoint now, what I want to talk about know your worth first, since we started talking about that. Tell us a little bit of why you got into that thing, know your worth, and what pushed you to continue to help. Because you go out into the community, you were doing some things with some young ladies. There's a whole lot of other things that you do with that. Please tell the people about your program.
I will, and I will give the Cliff Note version because it's a lot that came behind it. So back in 2013, I was married to my kid's father. And at that time, I had started a ministry called Married But Single. Wow. And that ministry spoke to women that were living that were in a marriage, but they felt like they were still living a single life. Their husband was there, but he was not contributing like a husband should. He was not covering his home like God covers the church. You see what I'm saying? So there was a lot of stress, and that was my outlet of me healing and dealing with what was going on in my marriage, as along as to helping women as well. So that ministry took place for about 2 or 3 years. And then one morning I woke up and he spoke to me and he said, I was going to help women know their worth. No, not know their worth. See their worth as I see them.
Come on. That's it.
I said, okay. I said, but how am I going to do that? And I'm sitting here going through and doubting my own worth, because I poured everything into my marriage. Even my family I didn't see it at the time, but they were saying I wasn't that energetic, outgoing, bubbly person anymore, because I just let the weight of my marriage just drain me. And to be honest, Victoria, I don't think that I'm even fully healed from my marriage, to be honest. I just had this conversation with my 17-year-old daughter about 2 days ago. Because I've dated, I actually remarried, and I should not have gotten remarried. But I have not experienced that love like God will have for his children.
Come on, girl. Come on.
And so once I get fully healed, then and only then, I think I posted yesterday that I have failed to see my own worth. Because I value other people's potential. I know he may not been right for me, but he has the potential, guy. I know he can be a better man. I married my kid's husband off of something that I told my little self back when I was young, that I did not want my kids growing up without their father, because I grew up without my father in my life. So that led to a whole lot of trials and tribulations on itself. As a young female out here, came to Durham at 17. You know what I'm saying? So
come on now.
So that's how Know Your Self-Worth was birthed. It was birthed out of pain. It was birthed out of purpose. It was birthed out of trials. It was birthed out of many crying nights. And I I love helping women. I've had different prayer conferences. I've had Know Your Self-Worth conferences. And now I had to take a step back after Anissa passed, because during that time, after we separated, me and my kids were, well, basically we were homeless. We were homeless. And so that me going out into the community and helping other people is because people came to my rescue and helped me and fed me and my three. So that's why it's just full circle. I mean, God, anything that you have gone through is never wasted. Any trials that we have overcome or we have encountered, those lessons are never wasted. Because he's going, just like Romans 8:28 says, he's going to use everything for the good.
Come on.
So he's going to turn that thing around, whatever the thing that you've gone through, a divorce, a bad breakup, domestic violence. He's going to turn that thing around so that you can be some light to somebody else's situation.
That's right. That's
That's what Know Your Self-Worth came from. That's where it came from.
And see, I've heard you tell parts of the story before. And so I'm sitting here going, to look at you, if that is not a true story right there, nothing else is, right? Yeah. And, you know, and our stories are so similar, which I think is, you know, kind of unique too. But, and we'll talk more about that later too, you know, because you know some things from just, you know, bam. But I'm listening to you and you're giving out these nuggets. And I think when I posted this afternoon, I said, you're coming with some nuggets. And so these are true nuggets that, you know, people don't understand. We can look outside and, you know, we're some beautiful women. We look good on the outside. And sometimes we are battling that demon on the inside because we want to keep pushing forward. We want to keep going. And then sometimes we have to take a breather and just back away, not back down, but back away from it, put some things to the side for a second, just in order for us to gain that gravity back to our foundation. And when I hear you talk about this, excuse me, when I hear you talking about your journey and the portions of your journey, because people, we never tell it all, y'all. We can't tell it all. Actually, we're still processing some of it. We're still going through some of it. But like you said, you know, you said it so nicely and transparently that, you know, you don't think you're ever going to, you know, you're not through it yet. You're not over it yet. And you're working through that process of knowing who you are. And I think that's the reason why I continue to do the self-worth class that I teach as well, because something like you just said, we can get to a plateau and we can see the light at the end of the tunnel, but through that process, we still have to get to it, right? And sometimes I don't know about you, Tiesha, but I've heard people say, have had people say, "Well, how are you teaching that?" And you're still battling with it. That's how I'm healing from it, because I'm going. That's right. How we get through it. We're healing through the process. That's right. We're going through it. So that's the reason why we can tell you the things that we're going through and how it works. We can also tell you what didn't work through this process.
That's biblical, because we overcome by the words of our testimony. So that's give them when they ask you that same question, because I had to figure this thing out for myself too. We overcome by our testimony. If I'm not sitting out here talking about it and telling people what I came through, how I got through.
Come on.
What? What? How am I going to overcome? How am I going to realize or come to the fruition that, Tiesha, you did overcome that. You passed that now. Okay. That little part of your heart is healed. Let's move on to the next.
That's it. We keep moving through it. Because we are overcomers, because he has given that authority and access to us.
Yes.
If we take the access that he's given to us and build upon it, then we can get where we are. We're not perfect, ladies and gentlemen out there that are watching. We're not perfect. We're not telling you that you're not perfect. We're telling you that know your worth is deeper than a couple of few words. It's embedded pit in that stomach, that movement in that bottom of your pit of your stomach that pushes you every day not to quit.
That's right.
not to give up. And everything that you continue to go through is going to enhance that. We just want to give you the tools that we have learned. We want to give you the things that has helped us get to this place. And through the process, we're still going to give you more information. We're going to keep on telling this thing with self-worth. And I said this in the class yesterday, Tiesha, and I got to have you come as a guest in the classroom with us, because I think it would be such a benefit to my students. Because I told them yesterday, this is a process that continues. It just doesn't stop. Knowing your worth and understanding your value doesn't quit. You have to constantly work at it. You have to constantly have those goals and objectives in place so that you know what to do with it. And that's the reason why we collaborate together. We're standing together as true sisters. And we're telling you, it ain't easy, but baby, you can do it.
Yes.
You might hit a brick wall today, but you're going to go through that brick wall tomorrow. And that's right. That's right. To know your worth is a process.
It's a process.
It's a process. And understanding how valuable it is to you, the individual. Your worth to somebody else, they gotta get it. They gotta catch it. But I'm
that's right.
I was at a point, and when I got COVID a couple of years ago, God put me back on my back. I was on my back for those 45 days. And there were people that shoulda, coulda, woulda have called, didn't, right? But during that process, God was like dealing with me. He's like, you know what? I need you to go back to your first love. And I'm like, God, wait a minute. Look, Tiesha, COVID plays with your mind. I said, wait a minute, God, no, wait a minute. I've been divorced 30-some years. I know you ain't talking about me going back to that joker. And I mean, I was like, God, come on now. And he's like, no, I need you to go back to your first love. And that first love was one of the first things that he told me about with Elevated Not Tolerated. I need you to love yourself.
Yep.
I need you to understand how valuable you are to yourself.
Yes.
And I was like, well, God. And I was like, God, I was doing that. He's like, no, you weren't. You were slacking. You were slacking because you started giving into the things and not understanding the process, right? And so when I went through that, I was like, okay, God, if you give me strength to get off this bed. And it was like, it was overwhelming, but it was encouraging. And it was up at that moment, those times that we spend with God was just overtaking. And now it's like, okay, I got to get back into the kick of things. And so I commend you. When I read your post yesterday, girl, look, I was at a place and I couldn't scream and holler and all that. I was like, oh my God, no, she didn't put that out there. But it intrigued me because you were so transparent and you told the truth. It was absolutely, positively, without a shadow of a doubt, it was the truth. And that is what Know Your Worth is about. Tiesha, I can't wait for the next event. We want to be a part of it. We want to help. We want to just push you. I want to say, girl, do it, girl. We got your back over here at Victoria.
Thank you. I'm ready.
You.
I'm ready.
I'm sending you some notes, some love notes. God has started downloading some things to me. I'm gonna send you some love notes and say, hey, Tiesha,
Please do.
Girl, what you gonna do this? When you gonna do it, girl? I sincerely mean that from the depths of my heart. You have, like I said, you've always been an angel to me. And
Thank you.
I can't look, I ain't gonna go there. You'll make me cry again.
Thank you. I know. I done had to wipe my little tears too. I said.
So Tiesha, you even written books and of encouragement and stuff. Tell the people about that too, and tell them how they can get it.
Well, now Victoria said I'm slack on that. I have been a co-author in 6 books. And my books are packed away because I moved from the Raleigh-Durham area to Charlotte about a year ago. Right. So I need to get all of my materials out. I used to sell my books. I used to sell Know Your Self-Worth candles.
Yeah.
God is pushing me back out. He's bringing me back out slowly. But yes, I have been a part of 6 anthologies. And they were all about inspiring words of inspiration. So yes, if you want those books, they can just contact me and I will mail it off to them, whenever they, and I will post the names of each book that I have so that you actually know which books that I've been a part of and that I have that I can get to you.
Well, we will look. You know, I'm gonna be sharing the girl.
Okay, I
I'm
will
gonna
share that out. I sure
share,
will. Yes,
share.
I will.
And
Yes.
you talk
My
about
goal next is to write my own book. I don't
oh,
know when God is going to release that, but that is one of my next goals within the year, to have my first book out.
oh well, okay, Tiesha. So let me just get my ink pen up the things I'm supposed to remind you of. Look, I got my pen now. Yes. So yeah, see, I'm writing this down because I'm old school. And let me put T's name right here. Yes. Mm-hmm. And in my shorthand, I'm writing all of this. But I gotta make sure I gotta talk to you.
Yes. We
No,
got to set up our meeting so that we can talk.
yes, that is one thing that we have definitely got to do. And hey, I'll make if you say look big, can we do this? I say, yeah, girl, what time? I got my coffee. But yes, we definitely gonna talk. So I got my three things so far that I got to talk to you about, so we can.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm gonna push you. As much as you have pushed me over the years, girl. I'm gonna be pushing you.
Thank you. I
Want
need it.
See, this is what if y'all people out there that are watching or will watch later. This is what true collaboration is. This is what accountability partners do. We don't just talk, make the other person think that they're not worthy. We make you know that you are worthy, and we want you to keep pushing and be accountable with you do the best in. And she is an amazing person. I mean, I can't. Okay, I just said amazing like 5 times. If y'all didn't catch it, she's amazing. One more time for you. I just want 6 more times. She's amazing. So I want y'all to get into this. And we're going to be, every time Tiesha posts something out there, I'm going to post it for you guys so you can join in with her movement. And let's get this thing rolling. There's people across the world that need Tiesha power. And I need Tiesha power to keep it moving and keep it pushing. Girl, you my mentor. I've been watching you.
Oh, Victoria, now you really going to make me cry. Stop.
Well, you Ty. Okay. See, I can't tell about all our business because people don't need to know. But there's times that you when I was that things happen in my life since we met, what have you. There were times in my life that when you would just inbox me something and say, and I say, hey Ty, and you would just inbox me something, that kicked me up, even for being consistent with the show. Sometimes you would, and I hated that my old page got knocked down, but you would come on the lives and you would put comments in. It was encouraging to me that that if I can't think about anybody else who's watching me or anybody that's pushing me, because guys, stop worrying about the numbers. Stop worrying about how many followers you got. Stop worrying about how many likes you get. Because it's not about that. Because people will follow you and like you for the wrong reason. Some people
for the wrong reason.
They will watch you until something that they want to be nosy about, and then they'll come back with it, right? But stop worrying about that. But with me and Ty, I don't worry about if she's watching to be nosy. I worry about her watching, make sure I'm on my point, that I'm on game on, because I know,
and you always are,
girl. But I also know that behind the scenes, you can say, okay, I saw you talking about this. You was on point. But how are you doing? See, it's the ones that will ask you, how are you doing, from behind what they see.
Yeah.
And that has always been you, Tiesha. You have always been there. Girl, I still need to get back into that business, the other business that I told you I was going to get into.
Yeah.
I've been slacking, but we're going to work that out. But Tiesha, now I want people to know, I want to get into the conversation of the nonprofit.
Okay.
Because I don't know if you watched the show yesterday in its entirety, but I can guarantee you a couple of things from what happened on the show yesterday. And for those people who didn't watch, oops, you missed it. Go back and watch the replay. But from the show yesterday, I can tell you that my good friend, Carrie Nelson, if she's out there watching, hey Carrie, we were. A prophetic word came through down and got the beats on something that she and I have been talking about and actually working on. And so I told her, I said, see, this is why you gotta. And so we're going to be contacting you for her as well as me. But
Okay.
in the meantime, I want people to understand that, getting a 501(c)(3), I want you to give us the nuggets behind it. Don't give us all the in-depths, because people got to reach out to you and get, y'all gonna pay this girl her money. I'm just gonna tell you, because
Right. Right.
and
Right.
she ain't doing nothing for free, okay? But Taisha, give us some nuggets, because people think, okay, well, let me just get a 501(c)(3) and I'm gonna get all this money, I'm gonna be happy. Make it this
No.
501(c)(3) and I can count it off as a loss on my taxes. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So
No.
tell the people what it is all about from your standpoint.
Okay. So some of the um, benefits of being a 501(c)(3) is first and foremost, you can get grants, but in order to get grants, you need
Yes,
to be operating in what you stated that you're going to do for the community.
that's
They
right.
need to see history of what you've been doing. They need to
Yes,
see history of how your books have been kept. So
yes,
it's not a matter of fact of tomorrow, if once your 501(c)(3) is approved, you can't go apply for a grant the next day. I mean, they may have a couple out here from different businesses that might give you a startup grant, but those big grants that's going to actually help fund your mission, your vision for that nonprofit, it has to be so my recommendation to you is that when you are picking your board members, um, you need to have someone on your board that is going to be a good financial person and
that's it.
that can keep those records to the T, so that when you go to apply for the grant, you will have all the information already documented that they need in order to qualify for the grant that you are going to be working with.
Right.
So the tip is this: make sure that when you are stating that you want a 501(c)(3), it's work. It's not just a fly by night thing. You have to put the time and sweat equity into building your nonprofit. You have to make sure that the people on your team truly have the vision behind the organization, because
Yeah,
if they don't have the vision, then you're going to have some weak links, and it's not going your organization is not going to prosper as fluently as it could if you have the right people in place. So make sure that you
yeah,
truly know what your vision is.
that's true.
Make sure that the people around you that you have on your
That's true.
board know what the vision is, and they are there to actually, um, put in some sweat equity as well, because it's going to take proper planning, in order to make this vision come to fruition. Make sure that when
Yes,
you meet with your team, that you are documenting these meeting minutes, because you never know if you ever go apply for a grant, they may want to see how you are actually operating your organization. Um, is this something worthy of them giving that amount of money to your organization? So making sure that you are keeping your meeting minutes whenever you have your meetings. Make sure that everything that you state that you're going to do for your organization, make sure your bylaws are in good order. Um, Clear and precise with your listing out your goals. Make sure you know what your goals are for your organization, who you are going to service, who is your niche with your organization, your target market.
yeah,
Having a nonprofit is just like running a business. The
yes, it
only
is.
thing is you can get a tax break, because that's
Yes,
the only difference. You're going to have to put in that same amount of work. If you
right.
get somebody that can work on a business plan for you, that can help put everything in place about your organization. I should be
Yeah,
able to pick up that business plan and hand it to somebody that do grant writing or has a grant for you, and they should be able to look at your business plan and say, "Oh,
happy
I
with
know
it.
this organization is doing X, Y, and Z. This is their mission. This is how they are going to um, These are the goals of the actual organization. These are how they plan to reach their goals. So you're going to have some numbers in there. How are you going to get each year? How you plan to grow with
Yep.
your nonprofit? So these are just a lot of little things that go on behind the scenes when it comes to organizing and getting your nonprofit up and running.
So Tiesha, would you, again, not into too much detail, but nugget wise, do you think, well, with your organization, you're able to even help the individual kind of find, what characteristics of true board members are? Is that
Yes.
something that you help someone do,
Yes.
and as well as helping develop those
Mm-hmm.
bylaws along
Mm-hmm.
that line too? So you
Yes.
can help the client do all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. So here, I told y'all I bring expert sweet people on my show. I don't know the rest of y'all. Some of y'all be bringing some crazy people here, Joe.
Yeah.
I be bringing. So Tiesha, again, I know one of the questions that someone had asked me too is, that was like, well, can she do it in like 10 days? What is it? Which we know that ain't happening. But can you
I can do my work in 10 days, but now the far as getting the approval from the IRS at the federal level, that's not going to be within 10 days. I consult my clients that the least it may be is 30 days. The max it may be is 90. So depending on how busy they are at the IRS. So yes, I can get my work done for the organization, but it depends on us meeting. It depends on how well prepared you come to the meetings with me. Do you have your vision statement already written? Do you have your mission statement already written? If not, is that something that we have to go over? Do we have to, come to the table and brainstorm about your mission and dwindle it down, because you don't need no whole paragraph for a mission statement. It needs to be 2 to 3 sentences at the most, precise and to the point. So those are things that I work with my clients with when it comes to that as well. I also look at the name of your organization to see if that fits what you're trying to do, making sure that it's in the parameters of what your organization is speaking about as well. So I work from the beginning to the end.
So you can take Jane Doe. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. I'm sorry. I'm laughing because they're my girl. She in here. Kim is in here. Yes. Okay. I'm sorry. I get excited when I see people. Okay. So you
Tina was on earlier. I didn't get to say hey to Tina. Hey, Tina, is she still there?
I don't know. I don't know if she's still there or not.
She there.
Okay. Yep. All right. Cool beans. So this is a thing. People think that when you say, okay, bring me, you got to come to the table. You can do what you got to do in 10 days. Then you got to take that, we're going to say 90 days, up to 90 days for the good folks up in the big places to make their final decision. But that doesn't mean that when I come to you today, your 10 days starts then and 90 days I'm going to be done. When they come to you initially, they got to bring some stuff to the table. You got to have that consultation with them. You got to find out what they got. So guys, this is not a quick process. It can be quick if you have what Tiesha needs you to bring to the table so she can see what she needs to work with you on. I think that's a lot. I think a lot of times, Tiesha, people get the wrong idea, because my previous background with grant writing, and people think they give you one piece of information and that's all they need to bring, or or either you're going to work magic and it's going to happen. But like you said, if you don't have the ABCs in place for you to know what you got to work with a person on, then you can't work magic. Look, y'all, she's beautiful. She's got a whole lot of knowledge up her sleeves. But one thing she can't do is she can't wave her wand over and make it happen. Now she can pray over it. Now she gonna pray over it, but that still, you got to come to the table willing to work. And I think that's the part of the problem that most people don't want to do with this, process. Is understanding that there's work to be done. When you schedule a meeting, you have to be at the meeting. You have to be present at the meeting. And being present means mentally, physically, and emotionally. You have to be, and you have to be willing, and we're coaches too. So you got to be coachable with this thing. Don't come in there telling Tiesha what she gonna do. You come into Tiesha to find out how she can help you do what you need to do. It's a big difference, guys. So the consultation is very important. And meeting every one of those meetings that she schedules with you is most important. If you can't be there, don't wait till two minutes before the show and tell her, hey, Tiesha, I can't come today. What do you mean? Because she's ready. She got her guns and she's ready to start shooting those bullets out to get you what you need with those 501(c)(3)s.
Yes.
And she wants you to succeed. So bring her something to succeed with.
Yes. I will be doing a seminar
Yay!
Within the next month. So I will get that information over to you when I have it planned. I'm not sure if it's going to be face-to-face or if it's just going to be virtual first. I'm still working on those details, but I am working on a seminar for that. Building Your Business 101. So be on the lookout for that as well.
We will do it. We will do it. Girl, we might have to just bring you on to Greensboro and host one.
I will.
Y'all hear my wheels are turning. Wheels on the bus go round and round. So if you want to get on this bus, okay, y'all. If y'all want to get on this bus, y'all better stay in tune because when she's playing, I'm gonna knock it. I'm gonna kick it. We're gonna look. You cannot want change to happen and do nothing to accept the change. You got to be in the process. If Tiesha's out here working to put this conference together, this workshop together, you got to be in the house. You got to be present. Now, can I say this? Because she ain't told me, but you got to invest in yourself. Tiesha, am I correct? This is not going to be a free workshop because her information is very important. It's what she has developed as a process. Let me say this to my business owners out there. You are an expert. Tiesha, I'm going to throw this at you. Someone told me I was, giving them high fives and saying, oh, you're just an expert and da-da-da-da-da. And this person said, I'm going to give this to you and you can use it every chance you get. So I'm going to use it tonight. We are all experts in something. That means we have researched what we know. And we have developed a concept that we are comfortable with to present to somebody else.
Yes.
We all have information. We've all gathered resources, but we have also tailor-made it to the way that we can give it to you. So with that being said, the research that Tiesha has done with this, and I know she's done this thing, man. So this research that she's done and what her value with this is worth you investing. So if she puts it out there and she says, it's going to be $50, Tiesha, I'm just throwing numbers, $50 out there. And you say, well, can she give me? No, if you want it bad enough, you're going to stop buying cookies and cakes, ice cream, whatever you've been buying to the side, and you're going to say, Tiesha's conference is in such and such a date. I got to pay $150. So I just increased the price again. $150. I got to put it aside because she has got to pay for the material to give to us. I mean, if she's going to give us a book, she got to pay for that, y'all. It don't come free. If she has copyrighted this information, that's a fee. Yep. So y'all business owners out here, this is where we're lacking and we're not increasing our revenues because we don't put the paper out there aware that what we're charging comes with the price that we have calculated what we have done. So I don't care what Tiesha's price is. I'm going to be there if I got to go out here. Well, I'm not going to shake a tail feather, but if I got to go out, I don't know, Tiesha, I might have to. But if I want to invest in this, I'm going to do what I got to do. So as soon as Tiesha starts putting that information out there, guys, I'm going to be posting it. I'm going to sharing it. We're going to support this 199% because I believe in it. I truly believe in what she's doing. I believe in what she's doing. Carrie's on board with it. She says she's
Oh,
going.
thank you, Miss Carrie.
Honey, she gonna be in the house with us. We're gonna get here in here and we're gonna do what we gotta do because we want it to be a part of the now. We got things to do, y'all. It doesn't matter how old you are. Taisha, it doesn't matter how old they are.
Right. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. You know what shocked me one day when I learned how old Moses was when he got saved?
Girl, was you like me? You went, what?
Said no, because my oldest son is my thorn in my side. I said, Jesus, I can't wait till he turned 80 for him to get his life together. You're gonna have to speed this one up. I am so sorry. So it does not matter what age you are. God will use you if you are a willing vessel to be used. It does not matter the age.
He does not have an age limit on it. He
really does not.
Your legacy doesn't come with an expiration date, y'all.
Amen. Amen.
It's gonna be Taisha. Our grandbaby's gonna be looking back on this video and say, our grandmas were crazy, boy. They out here telling me. But you know what they're gonna be. But what they're gonna be doing is they're gonna be benefiting from what you are doing. Yeah, they're gonna benefit from what we say and how we act on some things. Mm-hmm. That's why it's important that we know our worth.
Yes.
Okay.
Know our worth and find phenomenal resources that have been tried and in the girl. Come on now, tried. Mm-hmm. And been through this, and so for that reason, and one of my besties is out there. Hey, Andrea, you better tell a girl. Age has no number in the kingdom. That's right.
Not a
That's
bit.
Right.
And see, we're getting all the testimonies right now. Look at Miss Carrie. She said, "Look, I did it at 55." So what?
Amen.
We have no excuses.
That's right.
Have no excuses. That's right. When we have phenomenal resources like Tiesha Powell, who is willing she's willing to help it okay. I want to say it this way, Tiesha, because people might think I'm crazy. You are carrying a baby and Tiesha is your midwife. The thing is, you got to get to the midwife.
Right.
Because where she is, and Tiesha, I got she is coming up, mom. She is a midwife for your next move in this field. She has taken the time to seek God's face for this. See, I truly believe this. If God didn't give it to you, Ty, you wouldn't be trying to revamp and recalibrate and get it together. You would have said, okay, the baby, either I aborted it.
I aborted. Yep.
But you already know that you have a purpose.
Yes.
We just went through this class. You have a purpose. So
when is your next class? As I need to get in class.
Oh,
I need to get in class.
Well, the building your self-worth it just started yesterday. Girl.
Okay.
Just started yesterday. We just started going over the one of the key. I'm going to send you what we talked about yesterday, Ty.
Okay.
Because
send me the link.
I will, because it ties into what you've been saying. And again, because you are knowing your worth and you are understanding that process, that's what I keep telling people. The class is not to make you think you're bad or, any of that. It's just to go into the tap root and find out some things. Even when we talked about building your purpose, we're talking about going into the tap root and finding out why we feel the way that we feel. If you don't know it, then I'm telling you, you have to understand the process. Mm-hmm. There is a root. One of the things I said yesterday, Tiesha, is, I'm pulling off everybody's Band-Aids and I'm filling up that wound with alcohol. I'm not patting you. I'm gonna help you cleanse out what's dead. And that's our problem. We don't want to admit it. And this is the thing, Tiesha, and I'm teaching the class. God is delivering even more information to me, right? And so at the end of the day, we have an obligation, folks. We have an obligation to get out here and do what we need to do. We have an obligation.
Yes.
It's no And we can say this all day long. It ain't about me, it's about God. But God chose you as a vessel.
That's right.
He chose you as a vessel for a reason, because he knew that Tiesha could handle this.
That's right.
Like you said earlier in the show, all of the hells that you've been through, all of those hells that you went through, all of the hell that you went through is now helping you prepare other people, A, not to go through it, B, how to survive it, C, what tools work for you, and D, to let you know that you got to keep on rocking it.
That's right.
It doesn't stop.
That's
It
right.
doesn't stop. So
It does not stop.
it doesn't. So Tiesha, what do you foresee? Thank you, Regina. She said birds, but there is a hill in apples. Girl, you better say
That's
something.
right.
Is Tiesha, what can people expect when they come to you? I mean, we've talked about it enough. You got the expertise, but what I also think, and this is my opinion, y'all didn't know her, I think that you give a humble environment, and you don't look at anybody and saying, "Oh, you should have known that. You should have known that." I think you are a humble person where you give true help and you give that deep information. She is going to charge. Do not forget to pay the woman.
Yes, when you come to me, you get someone that is very trustworthy. I hold our conversation in confidence. What is shared between you and I is kept between you and I, because I really want to get to, is that really your vision? Is this really something that God has called you to do, and why? So that you can be confident in what you're doing and moving forward in that. So you have someone that's going to be praying for you, praying for your organization from the time that you allow me to connect with you, up until we get this baby delivered. And you're ready to go on out there, and share with the world what you want, how to change one community, one person at a time. So that's what you're going to get from me.
And y'all, I'm telling you, you're going to get somebody who truly, truly is a woman of God. I truly believe that. We can all act crazy, y'all. we can all party together, but at the end of the day, party with somebody who's going to pray for you at the end of that party.
Right.
Are you going to be with somebody who's going to praise and worship you through it? Right? Because it's about us working as a team. Again, we talked about the collaboration. It's about collaborating with the right people at the right time for the right reason. And
That's
people, right. I have left her information up all through this entire interview for a reason. Victoria Elevates Uncensored Conversation we're here to help you meet people that can help you get to that next level. We are helpers one to another. And how can I do that? I can bring phenomenal people like Tiesha Power on the show that can give you that edge that you need. Tiesha, girl, we've been talking for an hour. It doesn't even feel like it. But check this out. Tell the people if there was something else. What are some new things, if you will, or what are some things that you are expecting to come forth now as you started going back into the process? Is there some other products and services that you may be offering at a later date?
To do? Well, with non-pro management, I have tapped into other gifts with rebirthing it. So my services has increased what I will offer to people. The name branding is one thing that I will be offering. I also will offer to complete a 2 to 3 page website for you, if that's a service that you need, because you will need, whenever you have a business or a nonprofit, you have to have a website, you have to have a business address, you have to have all these different things in order for when you're ready to go to a grant, or if you want investors for your business, they need to make sure that you are reputable and they can find you and you're doing what you say you're going to do, and you have proof in the pudding. So that is some of the services that I offer as well. With my Anissa being gone, we can't offer the tax part because that's what she did. But I'm looking to connect with someone else that if that is a service that you needed, then I can refer you to someone else that I trust, that I know that they will take care of my clients.
That's
with if for tax preparations, because like I said, your bookkeeping needs to be tight whenever, even if you're a for-profit business, you need to if you want to have investors, they want to see all of this, what's coming in, what's going out, and how we're going to get our money. How are you going to make money?
that's
And you have to look at nonprofits the same way. Just because it's
that's right.
nonprofit does not mean it cannot be profitable.
That's
It's just how you dividend those monies out with a nonprofit.
that's right.
That's the difference. But you run a profit just like you would run a business, a
That's
five
right.
portion business. So uh yeah, I think I
And
answered your question.
you're probably gonna be doing more workshops and stuff of that nature too
Yes,
to keep.
right now I'm focusing on the Building 101 seminar for
Yeah.
non-pro management. But that's also going to be ran through the Know Your Self-Worth, through my nonprofit as well. Um,
Mhm.
because one of my board members, she with this seminar, she helps also with fundraising ideas for different business for nonprofits. If that's something that you need assistance with, fundraising ideas so that you can start getting some money flowing into your nonprofit before you actually go apply for that big grant. Um, so yeah,
Yeah.
those are some of the things that we are currently working on. Far as Know Your Self-Worth, I will not be doing a conference in the year 2023, but I will start my conferences back in 2024. My
Yes.
just this year is just full for me. Um,
Yes. Yes.
yeah, I just had too much on my plate in 2023, but my conference will come back in 2024.
Yeah, girl, I can't wait. Yeah, look, y'all gonna get so sick of me showing stuff. Y'all be like, look, what? I'm telling you, I'm popping it up every time she pops something. I'm telling you, it's gonna be popcorn. Y'all gonna get tired of looking at
So
our
yeah.
faces. But Taisha, you said something very unique, and I want to emphasize this. And I think I've told some some people, some clients that I work with that I think is very important, because this is one thing that someone shared with me, and I never thought about it until I was rebranding and doing some restructuring of some things with my business. And one of the things was, guys, you do need a website. You really do need a website, because people think, okay, well, I got Facebook. That's not a website. That's social media. It's good to
Hmm.
have, don't get us wrong. But
Hmm.
companies are looking for you to have that other means of contact for, like you said, to prove that you out there, that you are who you say you are. People don't want to deal a whole lot. Well, okay, let me rephrase it, because I don't want nobody to get offended. I found this out the hard way, Tiesha, that people would come on my Facebook page and they would see I had a Facebook page, and they would listen to my lives and all that good stuff, and they were
Hmm.
happy. They would go to my clubhouse, they would go to all these things that I was doing. But when they
Hmm.
asked me, well, what's your website? Well, I'm on Facebook. They're like, no, what's your website? Right. Okay. And so later on, when I had a mishap with a company doing that was republishing one of my books, republishing the book. I'm just gonna put it that way. I'm not gonna name names. But one of the things that I found out was, somebody said, you should have known that it wasn't totally legit because they never had a website. And I said, what? They said, if you have a website, people watch those websites for a reason. And you got to be careful too, because some websites are just, people are scamming into the websites. You
That's
know,
true. Yeah.
you got scammers everywhere, guys. Just let's be real about
Hmm.
this. You got scammers everywhere. But when you are
Hmm.
looking at the website, people are able to really tap into what you're doing. They're,
Hmm.
they're able to see what you're doing in the community. They're able to see what you say on paper, if you're really doing it, because that website is your means for them to follow you and to even tap into
Yes.
what you're doing along the way.
Right.
So I encourage, if you don't have a website, get one today.
Hmm.
If you're going to work with Tiesha, she tells you she can also offer that service. Tiesha, I got a young lady that I will also give you her information. She's amazing. I'll also give you someone that I worked with that's in the accounting facility, in the business, that
Hmm.
is available, and I will give you that person's information because
Okay.
my godson works with her. But I will give you that information, let you have some sit down conversation. See, this is one thing. I'll give people's names out to people like Tiesha, but I will never say, Tiesha, do it. I will never do that because everybody's characteristic. You have to know that when you're working with somebody that you can work with somebody. Now,
That's right.
that doesn't mean that the person is bad. It just means that they may not be good for you. That's all.
That's right.
So I'm telling Tiesha, I got a couple of people I can throw your way that I have worked with directly, and I also know who they are. So I will be more happy to give you that information. Guys, I'm telling y'all, this has been one of my favorite shows. I mean, oh my God. Look, I had somebody reach out to me yesterday, Gary, and said, oh, their show was one of your best shows. Well, it must be the weekend for best shows, right? Because I'm telling you, this one right here, you got me so excited. I can't wait to talk. We're gonna talk this week because
I know. I'm ready to talk, Victoria. I can't wait till we catch up.
I know. We got to do it. We got to do it for sure. So, Tiesha, I know we kind of ran over a little bit, but hey, I don't mind. If you don't mind, I don't mind. But I want you to give the folks a closing nugget, something that you can just throw at them and let them kind of marinate over it.
Don't let that that block wall that you have ran into be your endpoint. Find a way to tear through the wall to get to your next. Once you get through the wall, then you will see your next. Once you get through the wall, then you will see your breakthrough. Once you get through the wall, then you will know what God has called you to, and you will know that He has already equipped you to get to the other side. So continue to grow, continue to push, and go to your next level.
Wow. See, that is it. Don't let that block that wall stop you. See, I did it. Tiesha, I did that tonight. If you can see what's on my desk right now, you be like, girl, I'm gonna need you to.
Yeah. And all of our block walls look different, y'all. Some block walls may be a relationship. Some block walls could be your family members. Some block walls could be your children. Some block walls could be your job. Some block walls could be your health. But whatever your blockage is, you got to find a way to get through that blockage.
Yes. You have to find a way. Yeah. Tiesha, again, it has been an absolute pleasure having you on the show. I can promise you this, you will be back.
Okay, and I would love to be back. Thank you.
We're going to bring you back because we want to see where you at and what's happening and what's new. And we don't want to have to just listen to somebody else tell it. We want to, we used to say, hear from the horse's mouth. But she's a cutie pie out there. And look, God is sending her Abraham. So y'all jokers, don't be sending me no messages asking me what her phone number is because I ain't gonna tell you. I'm just not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you if you ain't got nothing to work with, don't be talking to her. Because I have to fight.
That's right. That is right.
I have to fight people over my friends now. I'm just saying. I want you to have Abraham when God sent him, but that's it. Now, some of y'all want Boaz. I don't want Boaz because he didn't last long. Okay, but I want Abraham. I want him to be, long. And I'm not, y'all's mind went to the gutter. I'm talking about years of life is what I'm talking about, y'all. See, y'all talking about something else. But anyhow, Tiesha, it has been such a pleasure. And you will be back. And we're going to talk because we got some things that we just got to talk about and just, I'm excited. Y'all look for the Collaboration versus Conspiracy Conference. It is going to happen in 2023. When I talk to this young lady, I'm going to find out what her great date is. And she is going to be one of those panelists. Look, if you were on it before, you better hit me up quick because I'm making sure that these new beautiful faces like this young lady right here is coming to the table. And she's going to help empower us, embrace us, and educate us to be elevated and not tolerated. Tiesha, power is the girl. I'm I'm going to put her information up there just one more time so that y'all can see it. Go ahead. I'm giving y'all 30 seconds.
Thank you.
If y'all haven't written it down, I'm going to need you to write it down really quick because we got places to be and we're going to do it right with my good friend, Tiesha Powell. Tiesha.
All right.
Now, I need you to get some more rest now because you got a whole lot of work to do coming.
Yes.
And all the people
you.
that have been watching tonight, we definitely appreciate you. Please reach out to Tiesha, book your consultations with her. Go ahead and get those ideas out there so you can make a headway in this world.
Yes.
Get your destiny doing something.
Yes.
Because you're going to know your
the
work.
world needs you.
The world needs you. No, the world needs you. Tiesha, thank you so much. We'll see you next week, guys, on Uncensored Conversation with Elevated Not Tolerated. And I guess
I enjoyed it.
You coming back real soon. We love you, my friend.
Thank you. Love you too. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.